Well, hey parents, this is Jeff, and I'm here with a Continue the Journey activity that you can lead at home with your kids this week. Super fun. You're going to have a whole lot of fun with this, and it just uses some stuff that you probably have around the house already, and it's going to help your child see our main point in a new light. That main point this week was continually pray every day without delay. We talked about that idea of being persistent in our prayers. Keep on, keep it on when it comes to prayer. So here's what you need. You need some kind of jug. It could be a 2-liter bottle if you have an empty 2-liter in your house. Could be something like this water jug. I think this works a little better. Right here, you'll need water in this, which I know you have around your house. And then you're gonna need something that will float in that. So I've got a little rubber duck. He's a little too big, but if you had a rubber duck a little bit smaller than this, I've got a cork laying around my laying around the supply closet here at Journey's Crossing, so you could use something like this. You could finish off that bottle of wine around your house and use that wine cork, something like that, something that will go in the neck of this. And you're going to give your kids a challenge. Say, I've got a challenge for you today as we're all sitting around our houses. You need to get whatever it is you have floating, this cork, say, out of the water bottle, but you may not touch the bottle. You may not knock the bottle over, and you may not pour out any water. And turn them loose. Let's see what kind of ideas they might have to get this out. My guess is they're not going to be able to get it out super quick because they can't, you got to have it, low enough in here so that they can't, easily get at it without touching the bottle, things like that. Let them try for a while. Fun to watch their brains work, and actually a little bit fun to see them get frustrated with something like that. And then let them know that you've got something that's going to help them. So you need one more material, and that is something with a lot of pebbles in it. Maybe it's a little thing of fish rocks. You might need to buy something like that. I've got these little, I've got a bag of these little gems here in the supply closet here, so I would use something like this and say, here's an idea. Take these, these little pebbles, these little, whatever it is that you've got around, and say, what you need to do is drop these in one by one and let the level of the water rise so that the object you're trying to get out, this cork, rises up to the top. And to make it even more fun, I would grab the pebbles or whatever you have and put them on the other end of the room so they have to keep going back and getting them and bringing them in there. It's going to take them a little while to do because each one of those little rocks or pebbles is only going to raise the water level like you're not even able to see it just one by one. But over time, that water level will rise and they can easily get the object out of the water bottle. And when it's all done, just debrief with them a little bit. Say, hey, you know what? That game took patience and persistence. Remind them of our main point. Continually pray every day without delay. And remember, so how did you get that out? And of course, they did it by adding those pebbles or adding those rocks in. Ask, did it seem like it took forever? And the answer is yes, it seemed like it took forever. To get this out, you had to keep putting those pebbles in over and over and over again. But eventually you got what you needed. You got the goal of this. The persistence it took for them to get this out is the same persistence that they need when they pray. And so let them know when we pray, sometimes the answers come quickly, but sometimes, oftentimes, it takes a long time for God to work through our prayer request and get us the answer that we desire. We need to trust that God knows what's best for us. We need to trust that God is in charge. We need to trust that God is always with us and hearing us. And when we trust God with those things, it's important that we just pray persistently and consistently for what we need. We keep on keeping on when it comes to prayer. I hope you have a great time with this activity with your kids. It should be a whole lot of fun to see them try to get this thing out of the bottle until you present the solution, and then to watch them persistently do what you ask them to do in order to get the goal out. Have fun, guys. Bye-bye.